like typical power training, is useless until an athlete is able to squat at least twice their body weight. It's that one time that as a private strength coach you have where you can control every parameter. You don't have a lot of time. So for me, I'll go for the big bang for your buck. And again, like Dietmar Schmidblicher, one of my favorite exercise scientists from Germany, says, strength is the mother of all qualities. So if I don't have a lot of time, and when I improve my athlete as much as I can, I'll focus on strength. And if you look at the works of Eastman Bally, like he's the Canadian, the head of the, he used to be the head of the Canadian Olympic Training Committee, and he's really, really big on long-term athlete development. And he kind of has the qualifications of trainability, of qualities. And for example, like strength, the trainability is anywhere from like 300 to 500%. So it's a huge trainability. Unlike speed, for example, it's only about 20%. After the age of 12, agility, coordination, balance, it's only about 5%. So for me, if I only have 12 weeks with an athlete during the off season, I'm not going to spend half of my time doing agility and balance work when the trainability is only 5%. Like how much am I going to really improve him? I'm going to focus on strength, where now the trainability is so much greater. And it might sound crazy to hear like 300 to 500%, but it kind of makes sense when you think about it, because how often do you have, like, let's say, untrained 18-year-old who maybe like squats like, I don't know, 150 pounds on his first session, and then like after 6 years of training, he's squatting 600. I mean, that's not that unthinkable to think about, but it just shows you the trainability of strength. And I mean, a lot of research shows that the stronger you are, by default, the more power output you can generate up to a certain point. So it's just, that's why I tend to focus on that the most with these athletes. And especially like team sports athlete, aside from maybe American football, a lot of the athletes are not necessarily great in the weight room. They're not
Yeah.
necessarily that strong. So do I need to go like super specific plyo and all that kind of stuff with these athletes when they can't even squat 2 times their body weight? Like again, there's been some research, like I forget his first name, but he did some research and it was clearly showed that power training, like typical power training, is useless until an athlete is able to squat at least twice their body weight. But in team sports, like a hockey player, how often do you see that? Quite often. Not a lot of NHL players can proficiently squat twice their body weight. So,
And I bet also like they're like even the fact that they jump to like one team to another, from one type of coach to another, they're never kind of evolving in that progressive overload. They're always like kind of like getting always new to a new system.
yeah, for sure. And on top of it, the hockey season is brutal. It's like 82 games. Uh, so the sad reality is by the time January comes, a lot of these guys, they start moving away. They skip their strength training session. So like if they go deep into the playoffs, now we're talking about 6 months of complete detraining of strength quality. So when they get back to training at the end of June or July, it's almost like starting over again.